Okay, today's class is about parallelogram and trapezoid. First, we're going to look on parallelogram. Parallelogram is just the stretched version of a rectangle. So a parallelogram looks like this. And the reason why I say it is somehow similar with a rectangle is if you drop a straight line from this angle to this, and if you can cut this one and paste it in here, it becomes a rectangle. So when you stretch a rectangle, it becomes a parallelogram. And so once we do that, let me just get this away. This is length, this is the length, this is the width and the width, just like a rectangle. But you know, we can also call it, but this particular is called the height. Okay. Now, if I want to find the perimeter of a parallelogram, let me give it a number. So let's say this is 5 meters. If this is 5 meters in a parallelogram, in the same way like a rectangle, this is also 5 meters. If this is 10 meters, this is also 10 meters. So the perimeter would be 5 plus 10 plus 5 plus 10. And then add it. 5 plus 10 is 15, 15 plus 5 is 20, 20 plus 10 is 30, so it is 30 meters. Okay. Now, this is the outside, so that's what we mean by perimeter. Now, look at, this is 5 meters and this is 5 meters. But in order to find the area, we cannot multiply this by this because this is not really the height, it is just a slant. That's why we drop a line in between these 2 points. And you know, the distance between here and here is larger than the distance between here and here. So I'm going to give it, let's say, 4 meters. So to find the area, what you need to do is choose either one, 10 meters. But you have to multiply it not by 5, but by 4, by the height. So this is 4 meters. So 10 meters times 4 meters is 20 meters squared. That's why the area of a parallelogram A is base times height. This is your base. The base is 10 meters. 10 meters times, what did I do? 10 times 40 meters squared. My apologies. 10 times 40. So the area is 10 base times height, 10 times 4, but the perimeter is just the same one. So that's what we have to know about parallelogram. Okay? Now, the second geometrical object we are going to discuss will be the trapezoid. So I'm going to wipe this one out. Okay. Now, for the trapezoid, it's like the roof of the house. This is an example of a trapezoid. By the way, a trapezoid can also be like this, like a van. This is also a trapezoid. Any kind of slant. And when what distinguishes the trapezoid from parallelogram is this one is smaller than this one. Therefore, we have to name it differently. This one is the small b, the small base. The larger base, we call it positive b, the capital letter B. And then, of course, like you do the parallelogram, you have the height. Okay? So, if I want to find the perimeter of a trapezoid, which is quite easy, so I can do this. Let's say the small base is 5 centimeters, and you know the other base is much larger than 5, so let's call it 10 centimeters. The slant, let's call it 6 centimeters. And this could also be different than the other one, so we can say 8 centimeters. I mean, it's of different size, trapezoid. The only thing that matters is the shape. The shape either looks like this or like this. That's when you say, oh, that's a trapezoid. Okay. The perimeter is not that hard. Once again, you add 6 plus 10 plus 8 plus 5. Mind you, we have different sizes now, different distance. Now 6 plus 10 is 16, 16 plus 8 is 24, and 24 plus 5 is 29. You say 29 centimeters. But the area is the one that you have to be careful. Because it has triangles, 1 or 2 triangles. The area that we are going to find is, first of all, we have to find the height. So if this is 6 centimeters, it is much smaller than 6 centimeters, the height, so let's call it 4 centimeters. And the area that you are going to apply will be, because of the triangle, you are going to multiply half, put half, times the height, right? And then we have to add the smaller base and the larger base, B plus B. This is our area, the area of a trapezoid. And we're going to use this formula to solve the area of this. Okay? So I'm going to write it on top. Mind you, the perimeter is 29. So in order to find the area, just plug in into the numbers. So you have area is equal to half. Your height is 4 centimeters. So you will say 4 centimeters. Then put a parenthesis. Your small base is 5. Your larger base is 10, and then solve it. Mind you, half times 4 would be just 2, right? And then 5 plus 10 is 15, okay? And then multiply 2 times 15, it would be 30 centimeters squared. That's it. That's the area of the trapezoid, okay? So if you do this, the only thing is the perimeter is very straightforward. It's just the area. Be careful where to plug which one and the order of operation, okay? So I'm going to give you similar problems so that you can work on and get the right answer, okay? So I'm going to wipe this out. So find the perimeter and area of the following. And just follow the lecture. I think you're going to be very okay. So, number one, mind you, for both the parallelogram and the trapezoid, you have to find the perimeter and the area. This is a parallelogram. I'm going to put this one here. This is 4.6 centimeters. This is 7.2 centimeters. This is 5.9 centimeters. This is also 5.9 centimeters, and this one is 7.2 centimeters. So find the perimeter and the area. Okay, 7.2, 7.2, 5.9, 5.9. And then for the trapezoid, I have something for you. Okay, this is the drawing of a trapezoid. We have 40 meters, and then I'm gonna put this one. This would be 35 meters. This one is 29 meters. And this one is 57 meters. And this one is 46.5 meters. So use the formula of the area that I gave you, and I think you will be okay for today. Okay?